This is heat number 13. And Steve Redgeling goes into the lead, unbeaten so far tonight, except for when he came second to one of his own team men. Steve Redgeling the leader, Steve Schofield in second place. Gary Tagg is third. Ian Barney left well behind at this stage. And Steve Schofield is definitely not used to being beaten 2 races on the trot here at Waterton Road. He suffered a 5-1 defeat with Redgeling and Colin Cook in heat 11, and now in heat 13 once again Steve Redgeling ahead of Steve Schofield. And it's going to be a win in white for Steve Redgeling. A super ride there by Steve. 2 points to Steve Schofield, 1 point to Gary Tagg. The 4-point difference still remains, and Steve Redgeling once again beats Steve Schofield on his home track. Heat number 14, Michael Warren in red and Tim Corneliuson in blue, against Steve Bishop in white and Colin Cook in yellow and black. Steve Bishop making his first appearance, having had 2 rides out, so he's had 2 rides in and then 2 out. Only scored 1 point so far, but this is an important race for the Falcons. And it's Colin Cook, the ace for the Exeter Falcons tonight, riding at number 6, who goes into lead position. Second place held by Michael Warren, in third Tim Corneliuson. Cook, Warren, Corneliuson and Steve Bishop at the back. They go into the second half of the race, and Michael Warren pushing Colin Cook all the way. But Colin has been scoring very well tonight indeed. 9 points from his 5 rides so far. As Michael Warren comes off his machine for the second time. The checkered flag about to go out, the red lights go on, and the race presumably will be awarded with a win for Colin Cook. Second place Tim Corneliuson and third place Steve Bishop, but we'll have to wait for the referee's decision on that one. The result of heat 14 confirmed as Colin Cook the winner, Tim Corneliuson second and Steve Bishop third. That makes it 2 points the difference and 2 races to go. The Kestrels on 43, represented in heat 15 by Steve Schofield in red and Gary Tagg in blue. Against the Falcons on 41 points, Richard Green in white, Peter Jeffrey in yellow and black. Steve Schofield goes into the lead. Gary Tagg alongside him. And the Falcons pairing have got to do something about this if they want to stay in the match. Richard Green and Peter Jeffrey have got a lot of work to do here. They go down the back straight. Steve Schofield the leader, Gary Tagg in second. Peter Jeffrey and Richard Green chasing hard. Peter Jeffrey now definitely the third place man, with Richard Green dropping back. The HL1 Kestrels coming round with 1 lap to go. Steve Schofield the leader, Gary Tagg in second and Peter Jeffrey third. And a 5-1 race victory will put victory tonight beyond doubt. 3 points to Steve Schofield, 2 to Gary Tagg, 1 to Peter Jeffrey, a 5-1 there, making it 48 to 42, a 6-point gap going into the last race. The last race of this National League match. 48-42 the score at the moment, and interestingly enough, it was 51-45 the final result in favour of the Kestrels down at Exeter earlier in the season, and you'd have thought that home track advantage and all that would have made the gap a lot bigger tonight, but it hasn't. Heat 16, Andy Galvin in red, Paul Whitaker in blue, Steve Redgeling in white, and Ian Barney in yellow and black. And Steve Redgeling goes into the lead. Andy Galvin in second, Paul Whitaker third. And Redgeling is going to have his work cut out here as Galvin finds the inside line. Steve Redgeling, though, coming back at Andy Galvin. And Andy's not used to riders coming back underneath him like that at Waterton Road. Andy Galvin the leader, Steve Redgeling in second, Paul Whitaker in third. They go down the back straight, 1 1/4 laps remaining in this National League match. And Steve Redgeling trying absolutely everything to get back on terms with Andy Galvin. We started the night with a track that was heavily overwatered due to the rain earlier today, and tonight we're finishing with a track that's dusty. Andy Galvin gets 3 points, Steve Redgeling 2, Ian Barney comes home with 1 point as Paul Whitaker retires on the last bend. A 3-all there, finishing the match 51 points to 45, the same result as they had at Exeter a few months ago. And coming round now for a well-deserved lap of honour, Andy Galvin, and also coming round for an equally well-deserved lap of honour, Steve Redgeling, the captain of the Falcons, who's had a superb evening here tonight. 16 points plus 1 bonus from 6 rides for the captain of the Falcons, Steve Redgeling. And Steve, congratulations on a super evening's racing.
Yeah, thanks a lot. It was a good close match tonight. I think you know, the spectators got a good performance here. We come so close, but the last couple of heats we just lost out. But at least it made a match of it, and you know, made us work hard for it, really.
Yes, well, you've certainly brought one of the most competitive outfits that we've seen here at Hackney this season. We've had quite a few fairly runaway victories for the Kestrels, and to be honest, we didn't really expect you to do as well as you did, because we won down at Exeter, and you must have been a bit nervous about coming up here.
Well, like, we've been watching the scores in, everyone keeps getting beaten here, but like last year, they underestimated us a couple of times, and when they think they're going to have an easy win, we give them a run for their money, and looks like we gave them a run tonight, and we tried to get back that win they got at our place, but didn't pay off, really.
And one of the aces in your camp, undoubtedly Colin Cook, going superbly tonight.
Yeah, like, he came in tonight and he rode really well, and it was good, you know, because he was our backup when a couple of others weren't doing what they should have been, really. But hopefully we can get a win somewhere along the line.
Well, thank you very much, Steve, and congratulations, and thanks for a super evening's racing. We thoroughly enjoyed watching it.
Thanks a lot.
On the centre green now with me, Paul Whitaker. And Paul, a sudden exit from the last race.
Yeah, my cutout fell off. Silly mistake, really. I should have sort of taped it on, but I ain't had any trouble all year, and then always goes when you need it, doesn't it? Like.
Well, you certainly needed it tonight to go well, and finally winning by just 6 points, the same score as you won down at Exeter, which must have been a bit of a surprise.
Didn't know it was the same score, but I said to Andy at the start, I said this is going to be one of the hardest matches we've had here this year. He didn't believe me, but I think I've been proven right. They were a surprise packet. I knew they'd go quite well.
Yes, looking down their side, Steve Redgeling and Colin Cook, the two main point scorers, but one or two of the others went well in odd races. How did you find it?
Well, the track was a bit iffy, actually. I mean, I think that's through the amount of rain we've had. We're lucky to get it on, really. And it sort of rode slick, but a different sort of than normal slick. It was sort of quite awkward to ride. Well, Michael Warren demonstrated, really. It was sort of very unpredictable, and I think it was all out the start, really, and they were trapping very good. I mean, like, I think Peter Jeffrey would have had a better night if he didn't come off early. I think that put him off a bit because he was sort of going quite well. But I mean, Redglin was trapping, Cookie was trapping. That's why they got the points.
And of course, Andy Galvin fell victim to the track as well.
Yeah, I think he was trying a bit too hard for the track to catch up. Who was it? It was Redglin. I think he was trying a bit hard, and he knows he made a mistake. Let's put it that way.
Right. Well, at least it was a victory for the Kestrels, and 10 points for yourself from 4 rides. So you must be fairly happy.
Yeah, I've just had the engine done actually. We've been having a bit of trouble with it, and it's we seem to sort it out. We've got to get it. Now it's sharper. I've got to get it off the gate now. Where it was flat before, it was trapping well, but had no speed. We've got the speed now, but we've got to get it so I can trap as well. So we'll get in there. I think we've sort of sorted it now. It's there.
Good. Well, congratulations and thank you very much.
Cheers. Thank you.
The second half, a junior league match between the Early Bird Hawks and the Exeter Express and Echo Rangers. For the Hawks, we've got Sean Venables in red and David Wolstenholme in blue. And for the Rangers, Mark Simmons in white and Scott Pegler in yellow and black. The Hawks pairing going away into a 5-1 heat advantage as they go down the back straight and into the pit turn for the first time. A quick chance to look down the score chart for tonight's National League match. For the Kestrels, Andy Galvin 11+1, Michael Warren 4, Steve Schofield 12, Paul Whitaker 10, Gary Tagg 4+3, Tim Corneliuson 7+2 and Dave Hamnett 3 points. Dave Wolstenholme the leader as they go down the back straight in this first Junior League match heat. Second place held by Sean Venables, third place Mark Simmons, and Mark putting Sean Venables under a lot of pressure. They go onto the back straight. Mark Simmons looking for an inside line on Sean Venables. Sean Venables still holding on to that second position though. And as they come round for the checkered flag, it's 3 points to David Wolstenholme, 2 to Sean Venables and 1 to Mark Simmons. A 5-1 victory for the Early Bird Hawks. Roland Pollard in red, Dave Hamnett in blue, Greg Daniels in white and Steve Brennan in yellow and black. Heat number 2 of the Junior League match. And it's Dave Hamnett and Roland Pollard who look as if they're going to be safe and well in the lead ahead of Greg Daniels. A chance to look at the Falcons score chart. Steve Redgling 16+1, Steve Bishop 2, Richard Green 3+2, Ian Barney 5+2, Peter Jeffrey 7, Colin Cook 12 and Mark Simmons no score. So the Falcons finishing on 45, the HL1 Kestrels on 51, and at the moment the Early Bird Hawks overpowering the Express and Echo Rangers in fine style. Dave Hamnett the leader, Roland Pollard in second, Greg Daniels in third in this second heat, and it's looking as if we're going to see a second 5-1 here. Dave Hamnett indeed coming over the line for 3 points. Roland Pollard scores 2. Greg Daniels 1. The second 5-1 of the match, and that makes the score 10 points to 2 in favour of the Early Bird Hawk. Heat 3 of the Junior League match. Sean Venables in red, Roland Pollard in blue, Scott Pegler in white, and Steve Brennan in yellow and black. And Steve Brennan manages to get round the first bend, having retired in the last heat. But it's not going to do him a lot of good because the two Early Bird Hawks, led by Roland Pollard, are in a 5-1 race advantage once again. Sean Venables in second. They come through half distance. Roland Pollard and Sean Venables the leaders. Scott Pegler in third. Pegler nearly comes off his machine.